Fifth principle: protect the privacy and physical safety of the victims at all times.
You tell me your husband has assaulted you. This is against the law in Canada. The police will protect you and your children and make sure nothing like this happens to you again. This is not your fault.
Yeah, it's private, and what is nice about it is that we forget that rape survivors are in treatment rooms for a very long time, and often they will be forced to sit on an examination table for 2-3 hours or more.
Sixth principle: allow for informal dispute resolution and alternative restorative justice mechanisms.
People would rather, apply informal means of resolving some of their issues rather than reporting crimes. That is why in Nigeria, although we suspect that there's a high incidence of criminal activities, but there's very low reporting.
The restorative justice has found, by and large, that victims are satisfied with the process, that is, that they think the process is fair and that they think they were fairly treated throughout this process. But also it has found that anxiety levels for victims have decreased, fear of subsequent crimes has decreased. They feel better about themselves in the sense that they don't have a sense of a culpability in the crime, so they recognise that it wasn't their fault that they became a crime victim. And part of that restoration is, I think, they also have a good appreciation for where the offender was coming from. So they see the offender as a real person.
Seventh principle: the right to social assistance. Many states are starting to provide limited assistance either through their social systems or from special victim funds.
We're a free counselling service. We get funding from the Queensland Government, so that way you don't have to pay for any counselling or support that you get from us.
So my work was really to empower women, regardless of what they wanted to do, whether they wanted to stay with their partner or leave their partner or what. But safety was always the key issue.
Eighth principle: the right to restitution. In many countries, civil suits against the offender are most common, but often the remedies for making the victim whole again can be simple and direct.
Like in my country, where conversation in kettle takes place, by sitting and discussing the matter to arrive at conversation, there is therefore restorative justice.
Ninth principle: the right to compensation from the state.
There's usually a limit on the amount of money that victims of crime can apply for.
10th principle: there should be cooperation between the criminal justice and social welfare agencies, a victim's employer, and NGOs.
That we need a cooperation of all different sectors of society, not only criminal justice, but private sector or business sector and others. And all these cooperate together in order to produce the real or effective result.
The people that I have met who are victims of trafficking are survivors, they're resourceful, they're very productive. But key to giving them legal rights and implementing that in member states is acknowledgement of their circumstance and what they've gone through, giving them recognition, and that will help them not to closure, because it never closes for them, but it's key to their rehabilitation into society. And we need to embrace them, we need to support them, and we need to make their rights concrete within the member states.
What we need, I would say, is dedication and determination on the part of governments. We need conviction, we need compassion, and we need the commitment of resources, victim empowerment, and that's also the central mission of the International Victimology Institute in Tilburg University, the Netherlands.